frequencies, which is really bad for you. Double paired board, guys. How many just gave up? How many guys didn't take this pot down because they didn't bet that paired turn? How many guys didn't play that turn optimally? Motherfuckers call flops insanely wide when the board is paired and when the board is dry. And when the top pair pairs, guess what? Especially if it's a 3-bet pot, they very, very infrequently have it. Most of their hands are suited. So when top pair pairs, it reduces so many combinations of their hands, it's absurd. Now you guys know a little bit more about how to play on double paired boards. Yeah, Willie B. Well, it's got more showdown value, making 7s, 8s, and 9s fold and putting a 6 in a real shitty spot. I mean, obviously a 6 probably bluff catches you and makes a decision on river, and then some opponents fold river, some opponents can't. But it still puts him in a shitty spot if he has a 6. He doesn't have that many 6s suited. That's why paired boards are so hard to hit. That's why top pair that pairs is such a good bluff card, and no one bluffs it. And that's why you'll see people overfold. People will literally fold like anything there. If they don't have it, they're just out. If you find that your red line is going up and your blue line is going down, what kind of question is that, man? That's not going to happen in these games. It's not going to happen in these games because the players are too loose. If you're playing against regs and you're beating the shit out of them, then yeah, sure. Obviously, we have an open-ended straight draw, so we bet. We hit a turn. I want you guys to tell me how you play this turn, and then I'm going to tell you how we play this turn and why. I think a lot of you guys make a mistake here of checking. What do you guys do? Game 7, here we come. Game 6 is over already? Are you sure? Holy shit, let's go see. No way. Really, high five guy? What the fuck? It's a very legit question. No, it isn't, because I don't care about results, and you do. So how about get the fuck out for 10 minutes for caring about results? That's bad thought process. Come back when you have a better thought process, Static Official. I do welcome your return. I'm not mad at you. I have no animosity. I hope you don't either. I want you to be a better player. Worrying about your red line is not. It's like some fancy shit training sites did to get you to care about dumb shit and sign up. Oh God, red line videos. I gotta have a red line. No, you don't have to have a red line. In some games, your red line goes up when you're good at poker. In some games, your red line goes down. Why? Because sometimes you have to make some really tough folds, and it's going to be a big pot. And sometimes you're going to have games where they just don't fold. They don't want to fold very often, and you don't get to have a red line that goes up. So yeah, your red line is going to be highly variable based on the game dynamics. What do you guys do on the turn? Come on, talk to me, man. Come on, who the fuck's out there? Am I teaching nobody? Is it time for me to go watch this basketball game? Holy shit, 31-9? What? Wow. Jesus Christ. 31-9? What? Yo ho. I bet Golden State is close at halftime. I'll bet they going on a tear. Nah, they probably gonna get fucked. Red line, who cares? Nits have a negative red line. Lags mostly have a positive. It really doesn't matter. What the fuck? 31-9? Yeah. Half pot bet? No. Half pot is a really shitty bet size there. Grave Dreamer. Don't like that bet size at all. Half pot bet is like a terrible bet size. We're not even at bet size, but no, half pot sucks. Look at the stack sizes, man. What you repping with a half pot bet with stacks is deep? That's fucking garbo. If you want to bet half pot here, you should jump out a window. Not a crazy window, but just sort of to practice for when you are gonna have to jump out a window on a real building. Just jump out like a one-story window and just lay there for a minute, pretend you're dead or something. But then get up and come back to life. No. You bet this turn because you don't have showdown value. Right, absolutely. You have equity, and this turn is fairly neutral for both players. Well, it's not really neutral-ish. I think well, fairly neutral in the sense that both players don't, I mean, the player who raised pre-flop has the uncapped range. The player who flatted never has queens or jacks, right? So, like, in a sense, the raiser has ace, king, queens, and jacks, so the raiser has the advantage. So the raiser has all 16 ace-king combos, and the flatter never does. So this is actually not an even board. You actually have a board advantage here, and you have a blocker, and they never raise ace-king. So you have an ace-king blocker. 8-9 hates this shit. All of his sets are not going to be happy when you have all combos of ace king in your range, and you have queens and jacks in your range. So yeah, you're wrong, Aaron. You're wrong on this one, but you're close. You're close about the second point. The second point, it's not really fairly neutral. Pre-flop Razor has all ace king, queens, and jacks, uncapped versus capped flatting range. Okay, so that's the difference. But the first point that you said about not having showdown value is fucking just precise. That's where you're at. This hand has a lot of equity, and you have the range advantage, which I was going to get to that. Ace, king, jacks, queens. He has like king, queen, and he has queen, jack sometimes, and he's got 8, 9, and pocket 4s and shit, and he's got jack 10, he's got queen 10 sometimes, depending on his range, but he doesn't really have a shit ton of super strong hands that are going to call turn and then call river as well. He has a lot of one-pair hands here that are like a jack and a draw, call fold, a queen, call decide. You know, he's got hands that want to call fold and call decide. He's got queen x of hearts. He's got jack x of hearts. You know, he's got ace x floats that have a flush draw now. So he has these. The Chronicles of Amber? No, but it sounds really, really awesome. Yeah, being check raised doesn't matter. You have enough equity to call. Checking the turn here blows dick, John M82. It really does. It's just awful. You have a range advantage, and you have a blocker to that, and then you also have a lot of equity, and you can easily triple barrel blanks and then also hit nutted hands, and you have an open-ended straight draw, even though the hearts kind of suck, if he does check raise you, you know. So there is some protection with your open-ended straight draw if shit does go down, and that's why checking is bad. Yeah, but that's cool. I'm glad that you're sharing your thought process, and I'm glad that we can go through this, so now you know why. If the position was reversed or something, and you had a jack, and the turn is a 10, you can check that combo. You don't have to bluff turn with a jack. A jack has way more showdown value. You still lose to queens, but he's not folding those all the time. You'd have to turn it into a 2-street bluff and hope that it worked out. So just really keep that in mind. The fact that he has all of his jack X combos, in addition to all of his queen X combos, and you have a blocker to king queen, so that's pretty good, because that's part of river calling range, is having that king. So the king blocker here, open and straight draw, is excellent for us. We'd rather have a heart, even if it was just the king of hearts and the 10 of diamonds. We'd rather have the king of hearts, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. So that's the reason why. You don't have showdown value, like Aaron said, and you have range advantage, which Aaron got wrong, but now Aaron knows because it's pretty simple and didn't think about it, raising pre-flop, having all the combos of queens, jacks, ace, king, whatever. It's fine. So that's subtle shit that I'm going to teach Aaron. I bet around $6. I bet $5. I think that's good. $5-6 is good. I'm with you. I'm with you, Kraken. Maybe because of the rake or whatever. Maybe it said like, 7 something, and I bet 5 into 7. But either way, we're gonna bet the turn and bet the river because we have a ton of equity, blockers to the nuts, range advantage, and our hand has no showdown value despite the fact that we turned equity. Okay? And this is a river where we don't even have to overbet. But I do like an overbet here. What up, Andy B? How you doing? So I would like an overbet here. If I thought that, he was more of a bluff catchy player, I would definitely overbet. Here, I'm just going to go ahead and bet. And what did we get? The fold. And if he called, what would I do? Nothing. I would continue playing, and I would do the same thing in the future. Was this a 3-bet pot? No.